Hey there, welcome back to Gritworks, the podcast where we talk about real estate strategy and a growth mindset that you need to succeed in life, in business, and real estate. My name is Derek, and today we're talking about one of the most important qualities you'll need both in business, but honestly, I would argue just in personal life as well. It's what the podcast is founded on, and that's the word grit. Let me hit you with a truth bomb right out the gate. One that might make you feel a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. It's something that you need to hear. It's probably something that I need to hear, is that no one is coming to save you. That's right. No one is going to swoop in, fix your problems, or hand you your dreams on a silver platter. No one's coming to save you. It's one of the most popular quotes that we hear from our head coach, Tom Ferry. If you're coached by Tom Ferry and his ecosystem, you've heard that before. No one's coming to save you. But here's the good news, is you don't need anyone to save you. I believe that we are more capable, more powerful, and more resilient than you ever realize. And today, we're going to talk about how to tap into that strength and tap into that resilience. We're talking about how to bounce back from setbacks, to build mental toughness to keep going when things get honestly hard, and develop the grit you need to turn challenges into opportunities, because let's face it, life will test you. Life will test me. Life will test us. Deals will fall through. People will doubt you. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to crumble? Are you going to get gritty and make your comeback story happen? Those are the two options. So let's start with resilience. What is it and what it isn't? Resilience is the ability to recover from a setback. It's not about avoiding failures or hardships. It's about learning how to rise stronger every time you fail. This week, I was actually listening to a creator on TikTok, and he said there are a very profound difference between winners and losers. And winners, though they feel the pain and they feel the struggle and they feel all of the issues that are happening, they don't blame it on anyone except their own circumstances. Whereas a loser, when they feel all the pain, all the struggle, they're walking through it all, they blame it on somebody else. But here's where most people get resilience wrong. They think about it as being tough or gritting your teeth and muscling your way through the pain and through the plan, and that's only part of it. There's some truth in that. But true resilience is about adapting and learning and growing. It's about asking yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can I come back smarter, stronger, happier, better, quicker, faster, sooner? So let me share with you a quick story. You might have heard of Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks. Did you know he pitched the concept of Starbucks to over 200 investors before he got a single yes? 200. Most people would have quit after the first 10 rejections, but Schultz didn't stop because he believed in his vision. That is the epitome of resilience, and that's grit, the determination to keep moving forward no matter how many times you've been told no. Now, resilience is about bouncing back, but grit is what keeps you moving forward. So what does it mean to be gritty? The podcast is called Gritworks. What does it mean to be gritty? It means sticking with your long-term goals, even when the journey is messy, hard, or uncertain. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Angela Duckworth, the psychologist who wrote the book Grit, defines it as a combination of passion and perseverance. It's waking up every day and doing the work even when you don't feel like it. And let me tell you, if you're in real estate, entrepreneurship, a business owner, or any high-stakes career, grit just isn't optional. It's the difference between making it out or burning it out. So think about the last time you faced rejection. Maybe you lost a deal you thought was a sure thing, like it was right to the closing, but it just didn't happen. Maybe a client ghosted you after wasting weeks and weeks of effort. Grit isn't about pretending that it doesn't hurt. Let me repeat that. Grit isn't about pretending that it doesn't hurt. It's not pretending that it didn't happen. It's about picking yourself up and learning from it and making the next call, connecting with the next person, because grit says, One deal doesn't define me. One experience doesn't define me. One relationship doesn't define me. Again, I love the quote that TF says. He says, no one is coming to save you. Your success is 100% your own responsibility. So let that sink in for a second. Yes, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's also one of the most empowering truths out there. When you take full responsibility for your success, you take control of your life. You stop waiting for someone else to fix things, and you can start finding solutions and dramatically making an impact on yourself, your life, your loved ones, your friends, and your family. So let's get real here. Grit is essential in the real estate game. Why is that? Because it's unpredictable. Deals fall apart. Relationships come and go. Buyers back out. Sellers decide they don't want to sell. Markets shifts. Things happen. And if you don't have grit, this industry will chew you up and spit you out. But let me tell you something. Gritty agents are the ones who thrive. They don't quit after their first 10 rejections. They really empower the Schultz mentality behind Starbucks. They don't take it personally when someone says no. Instead, they focus on what they can control: their effort, their consistency, and their mindset. I'll share a personal story. So early in my career, I worked on a specific deal for what felt like months. It probably was about 2 months. I put hours in it. I made all the calls, did all the follow-up religiously, and then at the last second, it just didn't come together. I was crushed. Like, we were at the finish line. I was so excited for my clients. I'm sure the sellers were excited as well. And I just remember sitting there thinking, what's the point? Like, I could have given up. I decided to learn from it. I went back through the process and asked myself again, what could I have done differently? That reflection helped me refine my pitch and my approach. And a month later, we landed an even bigger deal, one with a bigger house. Like, it all worked out. And it would have never happened if you just don't push through. You just don't give up. You don't give up on people. So that's the thing about grit. It doesn't guarantee success, but it does guarantee growth. And over time, that growth compounds into results. You just have to stick with it long enough to see the payout. So how do you actually build grit? Because the truth is, no one's born with it. It's a skill. It's a skill you can hone and develop. And like any skill, it's something that you have to constantly work and be focused on improving. And so here are 3 habits you can start building today to increase the quality and quantity of grit that you have. It's mastering the art of delayed gratification. Gritty people don't give up because they don't see immediate results. They know that every step adds up, even if the payoff takes time. So ask yourself, are you willing to put in the work today for a reward you might not see for months or even years? You have to develop a thick skin. Life, business, rejection is just all part of the process. Not everyone is going to say yes, and that's okay. Grit means hearing no and learning from it and trying again and again and again. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you. And then you have to commit to consistency. Grit is built in the day-to-day grind. It's showing up when you don't even feel like it. It's making the calls, doing the follow-up, sticking to your routine, owning your schedule, even when no one else is watching. Because it's not the big heroic moments that define grit. It's the small, unglamorous choices that you make every single day. A lot of people would call that being lucky. I've always heard that, the word lucky, it's when opportunity matches with effort. And so those who are giving more effort and doing all the things, when the opportunity arises, they're more likely to grab the moment and run with it. And people might call that luck. I just call that doing what we do best. So here's the challenge for you. What's one habit you've been avoiding because it feels too hard or too inconvenient? Is it prospecting? Is it writing down your schedule? Is it working out? Is it journaling? Whatever it is, commit to doing it for the next 30 days. That's how you build grit. It's one small, intentional choice at a time, over and over and over again. I wrote, be the thermostat, not the thermometer. And so I want you to leave with one final thought. Resilient, gritty people don't let their circumstances dictate their actions. They don't react to the chaos around them like a thermometer reacts to temperature. Instead, they're like thermostats. They set the temperature. They create focus, calm, determination, no matter what's happening around them. So ask yourself, are you the thermostat or the thermometer right now in your life? Are you letting challenges control you? Or are you setting the tone and taking control? Because resilience and grit aren't just about surviving, it's about thriving, even when the odds are stacked against you. So wrapping up, resilience and grit, they're not flashy and they're not easy, because if they were, everybody would be resilient and everybody would be gritty. But it's just the foundation of success that you can have. Remember, no one's coming to save you, and that's okay. No one has to, because you don't need anyone to save you. You got what it takes to rise above, to push through, and to create your own comeback story. So when life knocks you down, get gritty. When the path gets hard, dig deeper. And when you feel like giving up, remind yourself, this is the work that builds me. But now I want to hear from you. What's a moment in your life or career where you could have given up, but you didn't? Share a story with me on social. Drop it in the comments below. Send me a message. I'd love to celebrate your grit, your determination, your resilience. And as always, if you found the episode helpful, share it with another agent, share it with a friend, share it with a family member who could just use a little motivation today. So thanks for tuning into Gritworks. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep being gritty, and we'll see you in the next episode. This episode of the Gritworks podcast is sponsored by the Caldwell Group at eXp Realty, a real estate team in Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, Ohio. The Caldwell Group is one of the top teams in the Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati markets that strives to produce results for their clients that they're working with. Their agents are top of the line when it comes to all new technology, understanding the market, and presenting results and value to clients. So if you are in the market in the Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati area to either learn more about what your home might be worth in today's market, or just learning about the market in general and what it looks like to buy or sell in the market today, then hit us up in the comments below. We would love to reach out and talk with you more and share with you all the things that are happening inside Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you to the Caldwell Group for sponsoring today's episode.